9'6".
Oh.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty. I'm scared. I need to do this, and I need to do this. You guys can't see. If you can't see, don't worry. Watch the vodcast thing. The first thing we have to do, though, is we do have to talk about some sad news first. I thought it'd be a good idea to mention that a voice actress on Resident Evil 8 has unfortunately passed away in the last 11 days or so. She is the face of one of Lady Dimitrescu's witches, and very young. Very unfortunate. So, thoughts, prayers, and everything else with her friends and family, loved ones. And, yeah. I hope we will enjoy her work. I'm sure we will in Resident Evil 8. So, keep that in mind. Keep the good thoughts and vibes. And, let's get into it. With that aside, the first thing I want to talk about is the fact that we can get ourselves a $1,500 Chris Redfield coal. And interestingly, we've been doing Resident Evil 7 in VR. So if you haven't been on any of the streams on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/theinteger, which should be at the top right if you're watching on the video. We still have the 2 DLCs to go, which is the banned footage 1 and 2, which will be in VR as well. All in preparation of Resident Evil 8 Village, and we've got some other Resident Evil stuff. So if you want to see some brave clutch speedrun strategies and brave gameplay, you don't want to watch one of all these guys always screaming like a little bitch on the gaming, then don't watch these streams. Okay, so yeah, Capcom is charging $1,500 for Chris Redfield's Born Resident Evil card, according to PC Gamer. I think it looks kind of dope. There's a bigger image of it if you're watching in a VOD form or in a podcast form. It's basically got no buttons. It's black. It's the coat you can see him wearing in any of the promo footage for thingy. I think I need to belch. Oh, thank God for mute buttons. So yeah, it looks pretty dope. I'd wear that. It'll go with my sense of style. I would like some buttons though. I ain't gonna lie. The fact that it's got no buttons is, I don't know. It's kind of it's a little bit disappointing. But you put buttons on that thing and then instantly, it's a definite buy. But otherwise, it's just not too bad. So go through the list here. Oh yeah, we do need to talk about Resident Evil Reverse as well. I have to speak about that. So what's the date of Resident Evil Village coming out again? It's May. Oh, you guys know. May 7th, it seems. Yeah, May 7th. So yeah, we're getting prepped for that. We're doing Resident Evil stuff on the channel. We've got Resident Evil 2 Remake, 3 Remake, old school on the PS3. We've got everything you could need. So go and do that. Follow that stuff. Follow on the Spotify and wherever else this may be as well, if you aren't already. And you're liking this format of things. How long have I spoken about? Only 5 minutes. I'm trying to keep things to like 10 minutes or so. So Resident Evil Reverse, in case you don't know, was in closed beta between the 28th and 29th, I think it was. And it was, or is, to be released with Resident Evil Village or Resident Evil 8. The aforementioned, we can get this cool code $1,500. I don't know, guys, we might have to do a GoFundMe for that. I don't know. But yeah, we got a key. What do we get? A code? It was pretty good, actually. It's basically a deathmatch, team deathmatch. And I should have some gameplay here, actually. If you're watching the VOD form. Oh, got me audio. Let's not have that, though. There we go. So it's pretty good, I'd say. It's basically a team deathmatch in Resident Evil style, so obviously third-person view, and you can collect little vials that, when you die, you can become a powerful bioweapon, and that's quite interesting as well. It has a little bit of difference to it. I was pretty terrible at first, got a little bit better towards the middle and end as I start to get the mechanics and that. But it's literally a team deathmatch. you can play as the classic El Clasico, pork pie hat boy tyrant. You can play as those acidy things if you're watching in the video form. You have electric tool. Each person has two kind of like weapons, a standard and then a more special weapon that you have to collect ammo for. You also have different moves with the infected, which makes them more fun to play, themselves. You have kill streaks and so forth. And it was in the police station map itself. The rounds are pretty quick. You just play pretty quickly, do your specials. Each characters have different specials and stuff. Like I think it's Claire has the electric stun kind of like trap thing that you can put on the floor. And as we're seeing here, I almost called her Maya there. What's her name? Ada can do some mad ninja flip thing. It's pretty nuts. Some seem to be more powerful than others. I don't know if there's going to be level ups and stuff. Remember, this is a closed beta demo that we had access to. They picked at random. So yeah, it was pretty good. And it was definitely fun to play for what it was. I don't know if it's going to do anything more than Resident Evil Resistance, which was more like in the vein of Left 4 Dead. I think it's going to have less stickiness than Left 4 Dead, maybe. I'm not Left 4 Dead than Resistance, which is more like Left 4 Dead. But it's not the Resident Evil Outbreak that everyone was looking for. So I suppose that's something to think about. But it's going to be free with Resident Evil Village, and it will be a fun distraction for a minute. I think Village looks like it will be a little bit longer than Resident Evil 3 Remake, though. So there you go with that. Not much else to really say. Fun, but don't think it will last very long. So what else do I have here? So that's so we have a trailer. This should have been actually somewhere else in the order here in my Chrome, as I show you in the Vodcast part of the podcast. It's a trailer for Resident Evil Village, basically. I have to try and remember when doing this format that we are covering for audio as well as visual, and I have to kind of make sure. So I have to be very, very careful not to nuke this whole thing. Gotta be careful. There she is, though. We've got to talk about Lady Dimitrescu. Can we get some? Do we want to dare get some audio on her? I don't know. Shut up. Okay, it's enough. So yeah, she is one tall chick. So this doesn't need to be here. I got another clip of some of our gameplay with in VR for Chris's DLC, Not a Hero, which was pretty good as well, by the way, in Resident Evil 7. The beginning part was annoying. You're just running around, it's dark, you don't know what you're doing. But once we got together, both the DLCs were good. And then One Punch Man Joe and DLC 2 End of Zoe. Definitely worth playing, guys. My thoughts on those. How much time are we running here? What's our time? Because I want to keep everything to about 10 minutes per piece. And then, yeah, I'm going to the highlights there. So, if you're watching visually, and I'll try and describe everything if you're only listening audibly. Pandora's Box here on Reddit created this amazing little thing here. He or she said we could use in our video podcast thing here, so we're doing it. But check him or her out on the Reddit. I'll try and remember to put the link. And these are all the comparisons of all the heights. So Lady Dimitrescu, I'm butchering her name, I'm sure, in Resident Evil A is 9'6". 9'6".
Whoa.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty. I'm scared. That's taller than Nemesis in Resi 3. He stands at 8 foot. Mr. X is 7 foot, not including his hat. Morpheus, I've never played Morpheus Dead Aim, but she's 6 foot. Leon S. Kennedy himself is 5'11". He's taller than me. That's disappointing. Anyway, and yeah, obviously Resident Evil Classic Tyrant is 8'7". And Kantos Resident Evil Outbreak, the one that everyone was hoping and is waiting for Capcom to announce, is going to be part of something. I think they keep getting everything but he is 12 foot. But the tallest of the humanoid bunch in Resident Evil, according to the sheet here we have here on the screen, is Resident Evil Damnation's 013, which is, I thought he was meant to be the same guy that was going to be Mr. X, but I don't think they're the same dudes. And we were gonna watch those Resident Evils on Amazon Prime, and they only went and removed them. We're gonna watch them for a certain person's birthday a few days ago. I don't know, some dude, you know. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Yeah. Apparently, that person might share a birthday with a Jacksepticeye. Ain't it funny how one person can get like millions of happy birthday, and even if you're not low-key, you put you under pressure in the streaming space if you're sharing your birthdays and stuff, and you know, you're lucky if you get like even 2 people saying happy birthday, right? If you do that, it's not good. It's not good. But you know, I don't want the pressure, so I don't tell anybody. It's all good. Anyway, I think that's all of the things we wanted to cover in Resident Evil segment of our thing. I'm taking off stuff off our list here. Resident Evil. Oh, there's one big thing I wanted to talk about actually, and that is in regards to Resident Evil Village. I want to say that I think that Ethan. I wanted to get you guys' thoughts on this. What do you guys think of Ethan as a character? Do you think that he's See, I think he's kind of a generic guy, because all of the characters in Resident Evil, and I, as sure as many of yourself, has played many Resident Evils, if not all of them. I can't think of any Resident Evils that has a character less of a character than Ethan. Ethan doesn't even have an official face, as far as I'm aware, and he's just very generic. He's not a Leon, he's not iconic, he's not a Chris. I was hoping that we would be playing as Chris in Resident Evil 8. It looks like this Chris is in the story, but not a playable main, you know? And I get the whole first-person camera thing, be more scary, blah, blah, blah. Yes, I get that, you know, I understand that. But can't we just be first-person Chris? I don't know. He's just so generic. I just don't have any feeling towards him. Nothing negative. He's not irritating, but he's not interesting, you know? He's not tall, dark, and mysterious for the ladies or nothing. So I don't know, man. I just think he's a little bit, you know, he's a little bit generic to me. And I'm interested to see what you guys' thoughts are. So feel free to comment wherever you want to, and wherever you can. We have Discords and, you know, all sorts. Also, if you want to have access to the Velvet Room, there is the Patreon as well, where you can help not only with your fantastic presents that you already are now, but you can also drop $1 or more. You have to pay more than $1 to get into the Velvet Room, though. Just warning you. But yeah, do subscribe and follow and all that kind of different thing. I don't know what the terms are for this Discord, not Discord, but Spotify, what have you. Assuming I get this all on Spotify and everything works, I don't know. I'm doing this for the first time, guys, so just give me feedback. But let's move on, shall we? That's my ideas on it, though. I'm just wondering about his character's been a little bit too much of a generic boy, and the focus on him is just not. You don't get the same feeling of like Leon or what have you, or Claire or Jill. He's just not in that bracket for me. So I don't know. But does anybody care? Maybe no one cares. So I guess we can move on. Very like sharp into just move on. You fool. All right, that's all of our Resident Evil stuff.